Coach Masimanyane, thank you very much for your time. Hard-fought win here. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, no, thanks. I think we played very well. I think for like about 75 minutes we dominated the game. Even when they scored first, I still think we responded very well and we still kept playing the way we want to play. And we also managed to get a goal from a mistake from their side. And that just kept our confidence up. But we saw after equalizing, their confidence was a bit low. So that gave us more confidence to be able to assert ourselves and also impose our game even further on them. And I think even when they scored the second goal, we never had our heads down. We still thought we could win the game. Even at halftime, that's what we said as the coaches to the boys, that we can still win this game. So the early goal second half helped us a lot. It helped also settle so that, you know, when you're looking for that equalizing goal for too long, players become nervous and they start rushing things and start panicking. So we never had that problem because of that early goal second half. But I think also they had programmed themselves to defend, so it was then difficult for them to come out. Up until we also got the third goal, then I think then momentum switched to their side, and then they even changed their formation to 3 at the back, put more people up front. That made it very difficult for us now to come out with our build-up plays, and so that's why from the last 15 minutes we had to play a bit longer, because now half of their team was just in front of our box, so it wouldn't make sense to still try and build from there because the space was behind. Yeah, so yeah, that was it. Yeah, good game overall.
Coach, every time I watch the School of Excellence, there is a clear identity in terms of the game model, the build up from the back, isolating wingers one-on-one, and your wingers, they're kitchen,
Yeah.
One-on-one, and they always they just go at the full back. But like you said, towards the end, they push moment forward, and you had to play those long balls. How adaptive are you to that system of having to play long balls? Because I know you used to knock it out.
No, to be honest, I don't like it at all, to be honest. But I think as a school, I think it's our culture. I think from day one, that's how we play football. That's how it's always been. So, and I think we try and stick to that as much as we can. But I think, like, also at times you have to manage the game and deal with the situation, you know, because like we said, even when we're building up, it's not just building up from the back for no reason. Because teams are waiting in the halfway line, the space is by our box, our defenders are free, they can have the ball. Then that ball attracts people. Then once they are there, then the spaces are behind. So there are either two ways: you go through them or you go over them. So in a tight situation like that, where you're defending a 1-goal lead last 15 minutes of a game, and also of those 15 minutes you're playing with 10 men, then it becomes very difficult to say you will still play through them. You understand? So then you just have to manage the game a bit differently. But I wouldn't necessarily say that now it means that we no longer believe in what we believe in. We're just playing with the situation, against the situation that's in front of us. Yeah.
Coach, I know you've got the GDL, the league.
Yeah.
You've got the GDL Cup.
Yes.
You've got the engine qualifiers. I think there's some schools football that you play. I'm not sure, but I think so. You've got a
yesterday we were at the under 15 school tournament, so winter games. So we've qualified to the provincials next week Saturday. Yeah.
So there's a lot of football you're playing. How important is it for in their development that you play a lot of games so that you can continuously improve?
It's very important, because if you look on average, maybe you look at close to 300 training sessions a year, but 30 games. So I think players, they need to also play. Obviously it can be almost 300 games a year, it's not practical, but they also need to play as many games as possible so that they can improve what they train and how they apply it in a match. Because yes, they'll make mistakes, lose some games, but the more matches they play, the match application becomes better. So if the matches are limited, especially in youth football, I think a lot of matches are very important. I think it's only at the top where they're worried about periodization and resting players. At this level, it's not really necessary. The more games, in my opinion, the better for the players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach, let me put you on the spot here, and if you think you don't want to comment, it's okay.
Okay.
Our national team coach, Hugo Bros, made some comments about our standard of football, the quality of players that we are producing. As a development coach, do you guys feel that it's an indictment on our coaches at development level that they are not producing the quality that is needed at that level?
I think, to be honest, there is some truth to what he's saying, but I think sometimes maybe the way you say things, maybe he's not putting it the best way for it to be received the way he wants it to be received. You understand? So I think sometimes it's like if like even if you are saying the truth, that person is not going to receive it the way you would want him to receive it. You understand? So they are just going to react to what you're saying. You understand? And maybe be defensive. But if you put that aside and just be objective, I think there is some truth. We need to do a lot of work to improve at development in terms of how we coach the players and also the type of players we identify and we put in structures. I think those are very important. So some of the things he said, yes, I don't like how he's saying them, but at the end of the day, it's the truth. And we need to also improve, to be honest. Yeah.
Coach, thank you very much for your time and thank you for your honesty. All the best in the engine. Looking forward to seeing your boys there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure.